This week we're hitting you guys with the dirty, dirty South. And next week we are going to go all West Coast. All right? That's how we're doing it. So we'd gotten complaints. Some people said too much New York bias, too much East Coast bias. And we heard the cries and said, let's make sure the next couple weeks we dedicate to spreading the globe when it comes to this thing we call hip-hop. All right, Kast Uno, who is up first? Do we know?
We don't know, so I'm just going to pick somebody.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
No.
Oh, it is me.
Yes, it is. We have an order. So, Peter, you go first. Yes, Peter, you go first.
All right, well, listen, I thought long and hard about this, okay? And at first I really wanted to do something related to Scarface. And then when I was going through the Face Mob records, just knowing what I know about our voters, I was like, I don't know that I see these songs having a legit shot to go. Even though, man, Scarface deserves some representation. And you know, I already tried with Ghetto Boys 6 weeks ago. So then I just said, what are these iconic South records that you just feel, doesn't matter where you're from? And the first one is a posse cut. Maybe the biggest posse cut in Southern hip-hop history.
Okay.
The irony of me suggesting this for the greatest 50 hip-hop records of all time. Guys, I'm embarrassed to admit this. I'm not showing off, but I'm telling you my truth.
Mm-hmm.
When this song came out, I was doing college radio.
Okay.
And I was the most backpacking, East Coast hip-hop loving white boy college radio host on planet Earth.
Talk that talk.
I wanted nothing but raucous and underground.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the sound of this song at first so much that I smashed the record on the air.
You did not.
We had mad copies at the college radio station. I was like, I'm so sick of this song. We smashed it. And then about 3 months later, I was like, I'm going to have to go out and buy myself a copy of this song. Because this song right here. And then the other day, when at the BET Awards, Master P came out and did his part. Okay. I said, man, this song hits so different. How about a little ditty they like to call Make 'Em Say,
This was big.
I mean,
and I know why you smashed the record.
You get it though,
but it was big.
I'm the colonel of the tank. Y'all have the big thing.
And don't you try to cut off Mystical.
Third world hustlers, soldiers in combat. My comrades are dealers. With truth that never gave a about no riches. And come sharp. I'm digging ditches. MP pulling strikes. Commander in chief. And fools run around. Knocking out some teeth. I'm down here slanging, rolling with these hustlers, trying to get rid of you haters and you busters. Stepping on toes, breaking nose in the project, anything goes.
I mean, my favorite story that speaks to how crazy that song was at that time. When that came out, I was interning for Tigger of Rap City fame down in D.C. on the radio. Yeah. And he had just DJ'd. He came back from DJing in Atlanta. And he said that he had to stop that record in the middle of Mystical's verse because they were about to throw someone off the balcony.
It was like that.
That's how intense that record was. That Mystical verse was so crazy. Now, listen, I don't know if you guys know this, but Master P has two brothers. Okay? Silk the Shocker.
That's right.
And a gentleman named C Murder, who did a lot of time in jail. Very, very hard time.
That's true.
But somehow, during that time, he dropped this record. And it was really kind of a Snoop Dogg record in a lot of ways. It was kind of like Snoop's big moment when he was with No Limit. And, man, this song to me, the beat is so crazy. Years later, Kanye ended up flipping it again, and it knocked again. But to me, this song will always hit me the second I hear it. You know what I'm talking about, Shani? I'm talking about Touch Them Other Hitters. Because I'm down for my hitters.
Oh, this was huge.
See Murder.
Hitters.
That's right.
I like the other unclean version.
Touch them other hitters, man, I'm down with no limit. I ride for the cause, I'm the soldier on the tank with the big dogs. And if anybody messes with Snoop Doggy Dogg, I'ma make his people put his name on the wall. And everywhere I go, I got Mr. Magic there, because I know that boy don't care. He'll have that red stuff pouring out your hair, clear any given time, clear anywhere. Make them bleed is the motto that I live by. If you mess with me, it's a must you die. Them haters mic can run, but them haters can't hide. It's like shooting yourself. It's a suicide exit.
I mean, that's all. It's still bop so crazy.
Bop.
Yeah.
So those are my two. I didn't ever think I'd be the kind of guy who would go with two No Limit records, but man, No Limit deserves.
Was that Snoop's first No Limit feature? Like when he became No Limit?
Was that before
I think it was
Itch Please?
I think it was right when he became No Limit. This was the first song he was on. I think. I could be wrong.
That's what it feels like.
Right.
I mean, that and Itch Please are the two real moments you think of from No Limit Snoop.
Right.
Anyways, those are my two. Who's up next?
Okay.
That would be me. Kast
Uno.
I mean, listen. We can't go to the South without talking about this guy right here.
Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Why is this guy knocking on my window? Anyway, this guy right here,
Go ahead.
Cash Money, Juvenile decided to leave. And everybody said, oh, it's over for Cash Money. It's done. It's a wrap.
That's right.
This young man said, no,
No.
I'm putting this thing on my back. Wow. And I'm going to keep going and keep going to this day.
To this day.
Thank you, Shani. Lil Wayne.
Come on, family.
He's bringing about his friend Big Rick Ross too.
Oh, man.
This one is called John.
Yo. Hi.
Big tune.
Big tune.
Ofo bulldog, my pet. I pointed at you and tell it fetch. I'm fucking her good, she got her legs on my neck. I get to mouth neck, call that triple threat. When I was in jail, she let me call her collect. But if she get greedy, I'ma starve her to death. Top down, it's upset. Been in the world and the guy. Yet you with me wrong, I knock your head off your neck. The flight too long, I got a bed on a jet. The guns are drawn and I ain't talking about a sketch. I pay these niggas with a reality check. Prepared for the worst, but still praying for the best. This game is I got my hand up a dress. The money don't sleep, so Weezy can't rest. And AK-47 is my fucking address, huh?
I'm not a star. Somebody lied, I got a chopper in the car.
And I really could have gone with any Wayne record.
I got a chopper in the car.
This is a 2-for-1 though. You got Ross and Wayne. You know what I mean?
Yeah, load up the choppers like it's December 31st. Roll up and cock it and hit them where it hurts. If I die today, remember me like John Lennon. Barrett and Louis, I'm talking all brown linen, huh?
Big black in the icy watch, shoes on the coupe. I got a Nike shop. Count the profits, you could bring them in the Nike box. Grinding in my Jordans, kick them off, they might be high. Swish, 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 swish.
Woo!
Fire.
I'm gonna stay in the streets.
I believe that's going to get trounced in the voting, but it's a very good song.
I mean, listen, it had to be mentioned. It had to be on the overall list of Hip Hop 50. But
There's so many Ross songs you could choose. Too.
So many, and that's a Wayne song. There's so many Wayne songs you could choose to. And don't forget, when you talk about legacy, Wayne put on Drake, put on Nicki. It just continues, and he's to this day still rocking. But of course, you can't go to the South without going to Atlanta. You can't talk Atlanta without talking this. Pick one. Pick one. The Jay-Z one, the Kanye one, any Jeezy record. We could have went Trap or Die. You know what I'm saying? We could have been Akon. Soul Survivor.
The recession on the way, hey, but on another note, a lot of sounding like young, tell them register the quote. See, I roll them back to back like I'm registered to smoke. Yeah, I got it on me now, but I ain't registered to vote. Got it on for my city and that pot of blue guinea got it. Just miss me. Should've saw me, should've seen me. Do me a favor, see them haters, tell them. Picture me rolling, same time, watch the feds take a pick a mirror rolling, got a phone call from Ye, put my lips on his song. Sold 3 million records, then I put them on. Put on for my city, yeah, billboards everywhere. See me for your flight lane, see me for your bag claim. Re up in my city, man, you better check your bags, man. Shots
I thought about that song a couple times. Good call by Kast 1.
Right, and you got two versions. You got the Kanye version, you got the Jay-Z version.
Put some T-Pain on my ish. All right, that's Young Jeezy.
Fire.
And then he went with the Lil Wayne John featuring Rick Ross. Who's up next?
Number 3.
That is me filling for the old man.
Okay.
So these are the old. These are the old man's picks,
or these are the old man?
Old man. It's the old man's
Ebro.
picks.
Ebro's picks. Okay.
Ebro picks.
And I saw what he picked, and I'm like, oh, that's a nice little setup. These next two songs represent a crew.
Okay.
That you can't not talk about the South. I mean, these the originals, OGs. One had his record, and he had featured Hove on it. So this man, name of Juvenile. Ha!
Thought about it.
That's you with that badass business.
Cash
That's
money.
You that can't keep old age because you keep coming up friends, huh? You gotta go to court, huh? You gotta serve a subpoena for child support, huh?
There goes that nerd,
You ain't even much get a chance to say a word, huh? I know I ain't tripping. Don't your brother got them birds, huh? You won't bust one of the niggas in the heads, huh? You ain't scared, huh? You know how to play it, huh? I know you just ain't gonna let them niggas come and punk you, huh? Stand in front you, huh? Straight up punk you, huh? You know got that fire green, huh? You know how to use a triple beam, huh? This ain't hard as it seems, huh? Keep your body clean, huh? You got
True.
a lot of your bold jeans, huh? Some of your partners don't fiends, huh? You don't really want to go with them niggas, huh? You come up with them niggas, huh? You stuck with them niggas, huh? You a paper Jesus, you got your block on fire, you remain in the G. Until the moment you expire, you know what it is. You make nothing out of something you can't.
When this came out, I had heard nothing like it before. Word. It's one of those changed trajectory.
Oh, I hated this when it came out too.
Really?
Damn.
Oh, and then I loved it.
This was undeniable.
Oh, you just cut off Hove? Okay.
I mean, he's in already.
He's in there.
You
He's
know what
in
it
there.
means.
He's in there.
Okay, that's fine.
He knows what it is.
So let me go to the boss of the Cash Money Records. Birdman.
Oh.
Featuring another duo from the South.
Oh.
It's kind of from the South.
Yeah, another from the
Virginia.
South. That's right.
What happened to that boy?
My joint, fam.
I love this record too.
I tried to get this.
Oh, Shani, I tried to get this culture.
I know
Good job,
every
Ebro.
week,
Good
but I'll be tight. Fire.
This beat is so crazy.
And after this, we went all the shambles.
Come on, Lil, handle your business for me, boy.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? He was talking, we put a clap into that boy. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? He was talking, we put a clap into that boy. I heard he snitching on a player, man, say it ain't so. Even as a youngin', they consigned me to blow, which explains why I'm worth my weight in gold. While they was taking baby steps from an 8 to an O. Word in the streets that the envy is me. Enough ice on that watch to make a lose sleep. Magnified face help the see clearly. 9 on the waist hit the severely. I'm known for the flip of that cocaine. I'm heavy in the street like the 7 Series Beamer, man. Hit 'em with the Nina, man. Or that 4/5 guaranteed to lean your man. Whoa. I'm the reason that your block is vacant. Malicious will hit ya just to make a statement. Clips and cash money, who ain't rich? Don't compare me to you. You ain't this. Whoa. What happened to that boy?
It's a tough one. That's a tough one to compete with right there.
Right?
That was a hell of a song.
That's
Fire.
a good one.
Good selections by Ebro. All right,
That's a
who's up
fact.
next?
Was this 4?
Yes, you,
4.
Shani.
That's me.
Okay.
Shani,
listen.
I tried to get that one culture.
That's right. I tried to get that one right there. That's fine.
There you go.
So listen, big up to the South. We definitely are Northeast biased. But when you're thinking of that soulful sound of the South, them shiny cars, the convertible, hydraulics, and you think of the crews and some names like Pimp C, Bun B, big up Big Boy, and 3 Stacks.
So, I typed a text to a girl I used
UGK.
to saying that I chose this
UGK and Outkast, baby.
And I
think about
apologize
the song
if this
every
message gets
When I
you
think of the
down,
South,
that
I think of
CC'd
this.
every girl that I'd CC round town, and hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me, true. But I'm no island, peninsula maybe. Makes no sense, I know crazy. Give up all this pussycat that's in my lap, no looking back. Spaceships.
Great job.
Don't come equipped with a rear view mirrors.
And this is the ultimate pre-wedding song, Shani.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm so like
Spaceships
a
don't come
night,
equipped.
so the light from the sun would not burn me on my bum when I shoot the moon. High jump the broom like a preemie out the womb. My partner yelling too soon. Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some litter. Sure on the subject. You sure? You know we got your back like chiropractic. If that do you dirty, we'll wipe her out as in detergent. Now hurry, go on to the altar. I know you ain't a pimp, but pimp, remember what I taught you. Keep your heart.
3 stacks. Keep your heart.
Hey,
Keep your heart, Rosenberg.
Keep your heart. Man, these girls are smart. 3 stacks, these girls are smart. Play your part. Play your part.
To choose it, lover, never without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch, get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the for $40 in the club. Up the game, she gets no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. 1,000 a pop, I'm pulling billions off the lot. I smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some wanna choose, but them just too scary. You chose me, you ain't a pimp, you a fairy.
This what you gonna be singing. I choose you, babe.
There you go.
I love that song.
Love that.
That's it. That is an absolute classic, bona fide classic.
International Players Anthem. And so this one, anybody who's ever had to go get it in their whole entire life worldwide can understand the sentiment of this tune right here. Big up Boss. We talking about the South, right? Ricky Rose.
It's a big one.
This was a moment.
This hit New York like a ton of bricks. Who is this guy?
Shouts to Cypher Sounds.
Shout out to Cypher Sounds. This fat dude with the big beard. Who is this guy?
Don't fashion.
Who you suckers think you're tripping with? Yes, I'm the boss. 745, white on white, that's Rick Ross. I cut them wide, I cut them long, I cut them fat. I keep them coming back. We keep them coming back. I'm in the distribution. I'm like Atlantic. I got them pretty things flying across the Atlantic. I know Pablo Noriega, the real Noriega. He owe me 100 favors. I ain't petty player, we buy the whole thing. See, most of my homies hustle, they still do their thing. My roof back, my money ride. I'm on the pedal, show you what I'm running like. When they snatch black, I cry for 100 nights. He got 100 bodies, serving 100 lives. Hey,
Every day.
It really didn't dawn on me till right now how much Rick is just making things up on that song.
What?
Which line was this?
I know Noriega, the real Noriega.
He
definitively he did not know the real Noriega.
100 favors?
No. He not only knows him, bro. He's done him. And by the way, Noriega was so long in jail by the time Rick Ross was of age. This is
But you know he
crazy.
was so sinister.
You
We
guys,
don't know.
You
We
know.
don't know.
we know.
You guys. It was all for entertainment.
Right.
Everybody calm down and it sounded good. That
At the
was it.
time, I believed it. I really
You
was like, wow,
did.
he knows
You
the
never
real-
believed that.
He knows the real Noriega.
No, you didn't. Stop it. You're gonna.
No, and you know what else I was
on
Nori
this
from
radio.
Queens?
I was also struck by listening to that just now, like how far, like he was good on that song, but he wasn't nearly the MC that he would become later.
No. When he got to BMF was when he took it to another level.
Yeah, he still sounded new.
And he was still making stuff up, by the way.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's part of the game.
Let's never forget. It was all for entertainment.
All right, who's last?
That is me. It is moi. All right, so my first pick, soundtrack of my high school and yours, I'm sure. But this record is really important, and I love this group, man. I went with Outkast.
Okay.
Elevators.
I mean, it's
Your
a great
mama
call.
and your cousin too.
Let's go.
Come on.
One for the money, yes sir, 2 for the show. A couple of years ago, on air, they had the low. What's the starter? Something good. Where me and drove the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hook up. Now every day we looked up at the ceiling, watching ceiling fans go round, trying to catch that feeling off instrumental. Had my pencil and plus my paper. We caught the 86 light on your headed to Decatur, writing rhymes, trying to find our spot off in that light off in that spot. Knowing that we can rock, doing the hole in the wall club. This shit must stop. Like freeze, we making the crowd move, but we not making no G's, and that's a no-no.
A 1-2, dope. In the Cadillac, they call us. Went from players ball to ball. Putting us up on the map, it's like little rocks are banging. Say that plaguing, they paying. We staying legging vocals, locales done. Made it with them big boys up in this industry, outcasts. Yeah, they making big noise. Over 1 million sold to this day. But they take it like they 96, gon' be that year that all y'all players haters can bite me. Around this,
you, your mama and your cousin too, rolling down the strip on roads, coming up slamming Cadillac doors. Me and you, your mama and your cousin too, rolling down the strip on roads, coming up slamming Cadillac doors.
Fire. All right, pick this pick right here. This song, let me tell you, you can play it right now. And it's an automatic all butts to the dance floor.
Oh, okay.
Well,
you can't deny it. You can't deny this record.
Wait, did you say your tushy to the dance floor?
Absolutely,
Tush.
Ebro.
Tushy.
Absolutely.
I have a tushy.
When it dropped and it continues.
I have a tushy.
And he proved it by doing his little tiny desk performance. It is so good. And I went with Juvenile.
I mean,
You ain't lying.
You can play this right now anywhere.
Stood the test of time. People play the whole song.
Yes.
You're reminded of how lame a rapper Weezy was in his early days. Wobble dee, wobble dee.
Girls proud with the passion. They mad, yeah. You could ride in the Jag, yeah. With that, yeah. You could smoke a fire bag, yeah. A grass, yeah. Got money I can flash, yeah. And trash, yeah. I'm a bitch, I'm a prayer, yeah. Gun spray, yeah. A clear head, a flipper, yeah. Gray Billy, yeah. Like I be slinging wood, yeah. I'm out the hood, yeah. Let it be understood, yeah. It's all good, yeah. Got a dance, see me low, yeah. On the hard, yeah. You a smooth here, broad, yeah. I want to draw, yeah. Hope you can do a trick, yeah. On the stick, yeah. You claiming you want a bitch, yeah. They ain't it, yeah. I'm the daddy with the money, yeah. Don't act funny, yeah. Got birds and I'm running, yeah. About 100, yeah. Girl, you look good, want to back that thing up. You a big fine woman, want to back that thing up. You call me Big Daddy when you back that thing up. Girl, who is you playing with? Back that thing up.
That's the big tune. That's the big tune. And those are your submissions this week for the top 50 hip hop records all time. Go to hot97.com/top 50 so you can get your votes in. We have a pretty amazing list. Not mad at how the list turned out. Surprise, some pleasant surprises like Story of OJ making the list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some pleasant surprises. Which also brings me to back to maybe we got to come back around to the South because, you know, Scarface not being on the list. He might have did well. He might have did well. With the Kanye produced Face Mob joint, might have made it.
I thought about that one, but that also felt like almost a half-assed way to do Scarface.
Right.
It's basically a Jay-Z song in so many ways. So I thought about Smile featuring Tupac.
Tupac is a good one.
And Never Seen a Man Die. Those are the two I thought about.
You also got Ludacris and
We need Luda in there.
Ludacris and T.I.
Yep. I had T.I. I was going back and forth with T.I.
Yeah, I made a whole list of joints for Kast on the side. Like, yo, did anybody pick these? Did anybody pick these? Because it was...
I made a whole playlist of joints for sent. I sent it to Laura. Like, yo, look at all of
that
these
playlist
joints.
is fire.
All these joints. Like Little John. Nobody but up Little John.
Bia.
Jermaine Dupri. Welcome to Atlanta. It's a lot, man.
It's just so many.
Go
So
vote
many
right
good
now.
ones.